it's undeniable that we're going through a soft patch. I think that if we look at the bigger picture, this is surprising to a point to some extent. Interest rates have gone up, and the whole idea was to cool down demand and reduce inflation. And this is indeed what's happening. If you look broader at the staples companies, they are experiencing similar headwinds. So in a way, the post-COVID-19 euphoria is now dissipated in the West. The middle-class consumers who had accumulated excess savings have depleted them for the most part. And the zero-COVID policy being abandoned by China has now generated the same strong rebound in discretionary spend by the Chinese that we had seen in the case of American and European consumers. And that is primarily because the wealth effect created by the real estate prices going up has now vanished, as the real estate market in China has moved downwards quite significantly. So you have a bit of a double whammy here. On the one hand, the Chinese are rebounding much less so than pre-COVID. And on the other hand, the Western consumers are moderating their spend. So if you look at the largest companies like LVMH, for example, they're posting low single digits organic growth, which is still very decent when you compare it to self-help stories like Burberry and Kering that you just mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, does that mean that even a drop in prices pretty much won't necessarily help in order to try and drive demand higher?
Yes, I think that that is correct. You probably have to grin and bear it, and have to continue to stick to your knitting, support brands, support desirability. Because the other thing we need to take into account, and that I think is the reason for this polarization, is that when consumers start to watch what they spend, they become more discerning. They cut their shopping lists. So being at the very top of consumer desirability should shield you from the slowdown. And we'll see tonight with Hermès if that is the case. We expect it to be so, but we already saw it, for example, in the case of Moncler, resonating with consumers and posting a very solid organic growth in the first half.
Luca, to come back to Kering and Gucci, after this warning that they've made about operating income expected down by 30% in the second half, does that mean that there's no light at the end of the tunnel for Gucci and for Kering? Or do you think we can still give them the benefit of the doubt in the turnaround strategy?
At the moment, we don't see tangible signs that Gucci is reviving. That is what held us back from potentially playing this idea that there could be a rebound after the very significant profit warning that they had provided after the first quarter. I believe that at the moment, the acid test is going to be the consumer reaction to the new handbag lines introduced in the Gucci stores in the second half of the year. If the reaction is positive, then this could potentially be as bad as it gets. If it's not, then I guess that Kering will have to embrace emergency measures to try and protect the bottom line, which was my question during the conference call last night.